Hello everybody and welcome back to Wastitude Part 1, Part 4! As I said, this will be confusing almost every time. But anyway, this episode will probably solely be dedicated to this fun little thing over here. This fun little thing called the school database, because there is plenty of fucking shit that I have to read in there. And it's all about the students. You got a student you want to hear about? Don't worry, we're gonna read about them in this very episode, because the developers are amazing and they thought of everything in this game. Okay, so, let's open this thing. Select a profile. Oh shit, wait. I should have figured the staff records are locked. I guess only Mr. Stuffer has access to them. Well, god damn it. There's actually a way to access them, and I'm really sad. Because I want to help Zerk so bad. I want my boy to be happy. But it's just an Easter egg, and it doesn't apply to the actual mission. And I'm sad. So let's just look at the pupils. There's a fucking lot of kids in here. There's 51 in the database. And there's 52 in total. But there is something that I'd like to address later. Okay, let's start with our boy Adrian over here. Name Adrian, gender male, birth date, okay, we're not gonna read this top part, we're just gonna read the names and stuff. Okay, description. Adrian is a talented young sportsman who seems to ignore all other subjects in favor of his training. He is intelligent enough to do well in academic subjects, but he seems convinced he will become a famous footballer. You are valid, man, I believe in you. Behavior. He is well behaved and is one of the few pupils Mr. Bastard seems to have any respect for. Illness records. He has no illness. He is a healthy boy. Areas for improvement. He must be convinced that academic subjects are less important than sport. This may be difficult. He believes he is going to be the next David Beckham and aims to match him in every way, including intelligence. I believe in your dreams, man. You can be whatever you want. Annabelle, I hate you with a passion. Okay, description. Annabelle is a proper little madam. She sees herself as above anyone who isn't rich and believes lessons are unimportant, as she thinks she can simply make it through life using her father's as money. I fear that she may be right. Behavior. She is uninterested throughout all the lessons and is usually among the first to leave. You should have put she's a massive bitch at the end. Illness records. She refuses to go into the nurse's office because it is dirty. Okay, Annabelle. Okay. Areas for improvement. The only way she will improve is if her parents take away her money. They refuse to do this because she is their little princess. Oh my god, parents like that are just take care of your fucking child, man. Okay, Brian. He is a cool guy. I sometimes forget he exists, but he is nice. Okay, description. Brian is laid back and seems unconcerned about anything. I felt that on a spiritual level. This is troublesome when it comes to his schoolwork. He only does the work he thinks he needs to do to get by. Sometimes his work falls short. I felt all of this whole paragraph in my soul and my spirit. Behavior. He does not misbehave, but has an air of rebellion about him. Watch him closely! In all capital letters. I really love when Stuffer writes in all capital letters, or when he's being a fucking smartass in the records. You're gonna see this a lot in this episode. Illness records. No illness. Areas for improvement. He's capable of getting the grades he needs, but only as long as he's prepared to do the work. Okay, Chris, not you yet. I love you, Chris, but it's not your turn yet. I misclicked. Okay, Bethany. Bethany is one of the only rich girls in the game I can tolerate. Faye is nice as well, but I like Bethany. She is nice. Description. Bethany is a rich girl who gets everything she wants. She annoys me. Why can't I get what I want? She's not particularly obnoxious, but she's used to the best. The facilities here may be a culture shock. Behavior. She's well behaved and shows a genuine desire to learn, albeit only occasionally. Illness records. A couple of rashes from wearing what the fuck? Why were you wearing that? You're like 13 years old. Also, the date over here is kinda... The gameplay takes in 2010, so don't worry, she's not like 20-something, she's like 14 years old. The ones born in 1996 are 14, and the ones born in 1995 are 15. I have to make that clear because sometimes people don't really understand. Okay, areas for improvement. She is capable of getting the grades she needs. I don't believe she will prove a problem. Nice, she is valid. I believe in her as well. Chris, my fucking boy, he gives absolutely no shit. I love him. He doesn't fucking care. Description: Chris shows no interest in anything whatsoever. He is my spirit animal. I have seen him stand in the same spot for hours on end. I have advised the teachers to give him the occasional prod to make sure he isn't dead. My man's just vibing, leave him alone. Behavior: I find it difficult to write a behavior report for someone who never does anything. Yeah, he's just there like... You get my point. Illness records. Cramp and bed sores. You should move a little bit, my man. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You need to move a little bit. Areas for improvement. Activity of any kind would be an improvement. I wonder if he had some sort of trauma in his childhood. Now I feel bad, because I don't know whether this sentence is true or not. Chris, if anything bad has happened to you, I am sorry. You are valid and I love you. Casey, I love Casey so much. She's my favorite girl. Name: Casey. Description: Casey says she has based her appearance on Karen O of the Yes. Miss Minerva says what the fucking shit? Says she wishes Casey was a little bit older. That's the lesbian teacher. Oh my god, this is wrong. Miss Minerva, I'm calling the FBI. I'm calling it on a microwave. I have no idea what either of those mean. You should know about the second one, man. Behavior: she has a smart mouth which can get her in trouble. Miss Minerva often keeps her behind after class. I don't like that. I really don't like that. Miss Minerva, I thought you were cool, but not anymore. Illness record: she is a healthy girl. Look at her. She is beautiful. Areas for improvement. Her grades are showing slow improvement, but she is coming ahead leaps and bounds in foreign languages. Miss Minerva is the foreign languages teacher, which just makes this report even more suspicious and worse. Okay, if you haven't noticed yet, there's one student for every letter of the alphabet. It's like boy, girl. And it's like A, B, B, C, C, but there's only one D, so Dave is kind of not there. So, like, this spikes up a whole different theory of people think whether Dave is real or not, or if he's like a ghost or something. And this is a pretty popular theory because sometimes people I don't think they know he exists. And many people support that ghost theory. There's lots of instances that prove that this theory may be true, except something that will happen in a future mission, which I will not spoil. But in my opinion, Dave is actually... he kinda exists, but, like, nobody acknowledges that. They just ignore him. And, like, they don't think he's real. They just ignore him, like, as a whole. And if you're, like, talking to him, you're gonna be like, hey, Dave, and everyone's gonna be like, who the fuck is Dave, even though he's right in front of you. And, like, that's just part of his singularity, because, like, nobody fucking cares about him, and that's kinda sad, actually. I like Dave. Dave is cool. He's my bro. Okay, Daria, I don't like her very much. Not because of anything, but because of this entire report. Let me read this to you right now. Description: Daria has certain beliefs that many people would find objectionable. Objectionable? I'm sorry, I am illiterate. She is disgusted by any nationality that isn't her own, and would have probably believed Hitler was right if it wasn't for the fact that he was German. Yes, she is racist, and she's pretty much one of the only offensive characters per se in the game. That's kind of like, I don't know, considered to be like fucking, I don't know, the one that people would hate the most and like will make a fuss about. Behavior: several pupils and members of the staff have complained about her racist abuse, but she seems unable to understand why it is frowned upon. Illness records: was once physically sick after eating a croissant. That whole sentence sounds really funny to me, I don't know why. Was once physically sick after eating a croissant. I can just imagine her like biting into a croissant and then she curls up on the ground and she's like, this croissant is not very good. I don't know, I'm stupid. Areas for improvement: there is no hope for her, and for this I blame the parents. I spoke to her father, and not only does he hold the same beliefs as her, he thinks the world is flat. Oh no, a flat earther! Oh god, this whole family is fucked up. Okay, Eugene, he's decent. I don't dislike him, but he's a little, yeah. And he reminds me of someone at my school who once asked me for, like, if he can have one of my chips, and then he reached into the bag, and then he stole the whole bag and just ran off with it. It was such a sad memory. Anyway, description. Eugene is a fat, disgusting ginger kid. That's a little rude, Mr. Stuffer, but okay. I don't like fat people, but to be ginger is even worse. You don't have to be that mean. Avoid him wherever possible. I can agree with that, though, because he can beat you up over a fucking crumb of bread. Note to self, I should change the description before Ofsted sees it. Who is Ofsted? I thought that was like someone from like the fucking how is it called, that board of education that's like the big, I'm not gonna bother explaining, but it's like that committee of people that are like in charge of what's done in schools around the country and shit like that. Like, that decide what's gonna be on those national tests and the fucking entrance exams and like tests in general. Okay, I'm not gonna bother explaining, I'm too stupid. My tiny brain does not compete with everyone else's big brain power. Behavior, I think he is greedy, but my staff have said he has developed a palate? What is that word? And is always trying new food. He helped to improve our school meals, so I guess I owe him that. Yes, illness record. Stomach bug after eating a caterpillar. Why would you eat the fucking caterpillar? He just went outside and he's like, what a nice caterpillar! I'm gonna eat this! And then he's like, oh shit! Okay, areas for improvement. His schoolwork remains average, but his cooking skills are unprecedented. This fat kid will probably become a fat chef. You don't have to be that mean. I mean, being fat is not that bad. He's not even that overweight. Okay, Elaine, she is a woman of culture. She reads Shrek-free, novelized. I don't know if that's the proper word, I'm illiterate. Description. Elaine seems to spend her life reading books rather than making any effort to relate with people. When she does speak to anyone, she only speaks about books. Behavior. When she first started, her behavior was influenced by whatever book she was reading at the moment. This proved problematic when she was reading A Clockwork Orange. Oh dear God. Illnesses. She has eye strain. I like how characters with glasses are like the only ones that like you can barely see their eyes. Like, look at this shit. You can barely see their eyes at all. And I hate when people complain about the eyes and the art style. Like, shut the fuck up, the eyes are nice. I like the eyes are part of the character design. Everyone's like, what's with the creepy eyes? Oh, they look like demons. They look like aliens. They're beautiful. Shut up. I love them. It's really fun to draw in this art style. I have a lot of fan art and stuff on my Newgrounds and like my fan characters and stuff. And every time I have to draw these eyes, it's actually a lot easier. They'll look way creepier if they had eyes, trust me. I've edited eyes for fun on one of the characters of my own. And the results were a nightmare. It was horrible. I don't recommend forcing Tom to like put them to give them eyes in the remake. That's not a good idea. Areas for improvement. Her behavior is no longer directly influenced by books. The teachers are now teaching her by slipping school bags into her bag. That's pretty nice, actually. Neato burrito. Fred. He is so stupid. He is wonderful. I love him. As I said, I'm sorry for saying I love him or I love her to almost every character in the game. This game has so many great characters. It's really rare for me to like this much characters in the game. Usually I'm hyper fixated on like one or two characters. Like how I am with Xerxes. I love him so much, you have no idea. I really, really, really love him. But like, I love all the other characters too. Like Joey and Fred and William and Guy and a lot of them. But like, I love them so much, you cannot stop me. I only dislike like 3 or 4 characters in the whole game, excluding the staff members and the teachers. Description. Fred is the stupidest person. Okay, I created a new accent and word. Fred is the stupidest person I have ever met. I have met more intelligent corpses. He is capable of forgetting things that people have told him just minutes before and has disturbing preoccupation with shiny things. I think he has ADHD or autism, and he is absolutely valid. He is a wonderful boy. Behavior, I can't help but think his stupidity is a front, a disguise. Nobody can truly be that dumb. Maybe he's a spy. Top 10 anime plot twists. Illness records. He tends to walk into things. We have also held him in for brain testing. What are you doing to him? What are you doing? Areas for improvement. I don't know what to say. The nurse says he shows no evidence of having a mental illness, so there's no treatment possible. His future is uncertain. He is just a little creature. Oh, I keep misclicking like one thing afterwards. My mouse is really unstable because it's wireless. Okay, I'm sorry, guy. You're up next, don't worry. Faye. I like Faye. She is a decent rich kid. She's not like fucking Annabelle. Description: Faye is another spoiled little rich kid, but she seems to have much more self-awareness than her peers. She won't mix with the poorer pupils and has a good sense of humor. Behavior: she pays attention during class and has a genuine desire to learn. It seems her biggest fear is to end up like Paris Hilton. I forgot she existed, in all honesty. Illness records: no illnesses. She's a healthy, nice girl. Areas for improvement. When she first came here, she wasn't sure what to do with her life. I felt that. Her mind had been messed up by too much exposure to rich idiots, so her time here has been greatly beneficial. It's Guy time! Hi, Guy. When I was playing this game in the computer class in my school, and when I was scrolling through the list, and my friend thought his name was Gay, and he was like, I don't like that name. And I was like, okay, anyway, description. Guy is from America, but for some reason he has decided this should define his personality. He has purposefully turned himself into a stereotype to give himself an identity. Behavior. His behavior depends on which American state he has decided to base his personality on any given day. Illnesses. Self-inflicted gun wound. What the fuck were you doing, bro? You're like 14 years old. Oh no, wait, he's 15. Who gave you a gun? Okay, areas for improvement. He seems under the impression that Americans are stupid, so his grades are very poor. We are working to help him discover his real personality. He is still valid. I hope he is happy and he has a great future. Grace is good. I love Grace. She is my second favorite girl after Casey. Description: Grace stinks. Seriously. The reason she failed at previous schools is because her teachers couldn't stand to be in the same room as her. My staff have undergone training so they can withstand her stench. I don't have a sense of smell myself, so I don't mind her. She is cool. Behavior: she is not particularly badly behaved, and everyone is becoming used to her smell now, so there are fewer instances of spontaneous puking. I can't long word. I am retarded. Mental. Okay, illness records. Medical tests have not revealed the source of her smell yet. I don't even understand why she is a little creature. Oh shit, phone, don't you dare fall asleep while I'm... Okay, areas for improvement. I once considered selling her to the government. No, don't do that! What the fuck? To use for a biological weapon. Why did you do that? She is just a little creature. Her grades are getting better, but I might suggest this to her as a future career idea. Don't do that! She is baby. Okay, Harold. Oh, it's the Zoomer kid. Nice. Description: Harold was in quite a state when he got here. He had locked himself in his room for several days, playing internet games and going on forums to do something he described as flaming noobs. Okay, Zoomer. Behavior: we are getting his gaming habit down to a few hours a day. It seems he started playing so much because he finds it hard to make friends. Illness records: permanent acne. Areas for improvement: he's beginning to develop real skills in programming and even engineering. I felt it would be most productive to focus on these skills. At least the Zoomer has a nice future. I am proud of him. Heather. I thought she was going to be a thought, but she is actually really cool. I like her. You are cool, Heather. Good job. Description: Heather had social problems when she first came here because everyone she knew kept telling her she was beautiful and better than everyone else. She began to believe what they said and turned into a total bitch. Oh my god. Behavior: she has overcome her previous problems and has returned to her previous friendly personality. She is a really nice girl as well. When you talk to her, she's always nice in the game. Illness records: no illnesses. 100% healthy. Very cool. Areas for improvement: Heather is on track to getting all the grades she needs. No problems here. Also, the list is really, really, really long, so I think I'm gonna split this into 2 parts as well. So, 2 episodes for the records! Yay! I'm sorry if this feels uneventful or something, but to the people who actually want to learn about the characters and the lore and stuff, these episodes are gonna be pretty useful. Okay, I'm gonna do Ian, and then I'm gonna leave Iran and the other ones for the next episode. This is not even half the list. Where's the half? Okay. Okay, this is the half of the list. I'm just gonna go up to Michael, and then I'm gonna cut the video, because it will probably become like fucking 25 minutes, so I'm gonna try to avoid some side comments, like really long ones. Okay, Ian. Oh god, the horny man. Ian is an egoistical young man who believes he is God's gift to women, so he's an incel, basically. He seems to think this is the only skill he needs in life. We're trying to convince him that unemployment isn't that attractive. Oh my god, Stuffer is so savage in some of these. Behavior. His entire life seems to be focused on the time when he reaches the legal age of consent. Oh god. Illnesses. Tongue injury. What the fuck did you do? Areas for improvement. He now seems to realize that academic knowledge is necessary to make it in life, but seems destined to live a life of unfulfilling sexual conquests. Bastard! Okay, Irene. Is it Irene? Irene? My fucking friend pronounces it as Irene, so it's definitely not Irene. Let's just say it's Irene. Irene shuns most forms of social interaction, preferring to be by herself. Me. She does talk in class and will speak when spoken to, but seems to be preparing herself for life as a hermit. Behavior. She spends a lot of time learning about self-sufficiency. She tends to sleep anywhere other than her dormitory bed. Illness records. For unknown, she tends to treat any injuries herself. She is already on a nice track. I am proud of you, Irene, whatever. Areas for improvement. Her grades remain average. She does the work, but seems uninterested in any academic subjects. Joey! I love Joey so much! He's my second favorite boy. Oh god! He's my favorite record! Description. Joey is a good boy. Joey is my friend. I like Joey. Joey can read minds. This has had absolutely no effect on my report on Joey. Behavior. Joey is a good boy. Everybody likes Joey. Joey is my friend. Illness records. Joey never gets ill. Areas for improvement. Joey is a good boy. Joey is a good boy. Joey is a good boy. He really is a good boy. I love Joey. Okay, Janet is cool. She is baby. She is such a good girl. Okay, description. Jeanette is a very friendly person and is totally well adjusted. The only reason that she is here is that she basically isn't very intelligent. I feel this. I feel like half of the stuff in these pupil records, it's like, most of it is like super relatable. We will help her get the grades she needs. Behavior. Again, she is a very pleasant individual and gets on with everyone. Even Mr. Bastard tends to be not so mean to her. Illness records. No illness. Areas for improvement. Her grades are on the increase, so no worries. She could probably be anything she wants to be. Oh god, Kevin. Okay, let me scroll down so we know where the fuck we're going. Okay. Description. Kevin comes from a rough area and he is rougher than most. He received an ASBO on his first birthday and he is here on release from a Young Offenders Institute. Keep him there! What the fuck? Behavior. He often gets into fights. I fear his crimes are progressing from mere thievery to mugging and robbery. Illness records. He has been treated for cuts and bruises, but full details are not available because he stole his records. What a little shit. Areas for improvement. His grades have taken a sudden sharp rise recently and he has become one of our best pupils. I fear this is because he realizes the profitability of white-collar crime. What a smart little shit you are! The thing is also, that one kid from kindergarten, Bugs, is based on him, I think. It's almost identical, except for the fact that Bugs isn't really this last part. He is not really smart. But he does get into fights a lot, and he has knives and shit like that, and he steals a lot, which is like, yeah, and he always argues with the main characters, so like, yeah, you got where that's from. Okay, Kim is next. Kim is my third favorite girl. She's so nice and I love her so much. Description. Kim is an incredibly athletic young woman and in fact is the best sports player in the school. She often has tips for the pupils on how to improve their health and fitness and is actually a better teacher than Mr. Bastard. She is blessed. Everyone is blessed with her presence. Behavior. I am glad to have someone like her at the school. It was lucky for us as the bad grades she got at the last school had come as a complete surprise. Illness records. Minor sports-related injuries. Areas for improvement. Another pupil who is expected to get good grades and get on well in life. I doubt in fact that she actually needed our specialist help. Lou is fucking epic. He is another one of my favorite boys. I think he has a reference on this one guy. What's his name? I think it's Lou Reed. Yeah, Lou Reed. So there's a whole ass reference on this guy. He's like almost entirely based off Lou Reed, and he is fantastic. I love Lou. Description: Lou is an enigma. He takes interest in subjects and topics that nobody else has. He is very tuned in to the state of the world and speaks openly about his personal experiences. Behavior: Mr. Andrews hates him with a passion. During music lessons, he will constantly experiment with feedback and distortion. I really need to go to the lessons sometimes so you can experience this in its actual beautiful quality, because as I said in episode 1, the classes are really fun. They're just fun little cutscenes with they really help with the teachers' character development, and you get funny little things about some characters, which is great. Areas for improvement: he seems destined to become a musician of some sort. I'm just concerned that he will not be to everyone's taste. Lily is fucking awesome. Lily was deeply unhappy when she first came here, and the reason soon became clear. Alcohol. Unlike everyone I've ever known, she becomes smarter the more she drinks. Behavior: she is now drunk all the time. Mr. Ross and Mr. McDougal have complained about the amount of puke they have to clean. Illness records: seems immune to alcohol poisoning. Areas for improvement: her last school would not let her drink and her grades were poor. We supply her with booze and she is now getting straight A's. Result! Okay, Michael is going to be the last one, and then I'm going to continue from Monica, and then we're going to have to cut this episode right after Michael. And ironically, Michael's another one of my favorites, so yay! Description: Michael concerns me greatly. He continually speaks about family and respect and what he will do to anyone who breaks his trust. We must try to steer him away from this sort of thing. Yeah, he always speaks like he wants to murder people, and he's like, I'm gonna deal with you in the night and stuff like that, and he wants to make his sister a widow or something. And yeah, his persona. Oh shit, if you hear any background noise, that's my dad. He's fixing something in the other room. Yeah, you can hear hammering noises, ignore those. He's basically kind of based on that guy from the Godfather movie, Michael Corleone. I think I mentioned this already, but anyway, behavior. I know little about his family. All his father taught me when he enrolled was, if I fail him, I will be sleeping with the fishes. That's another reference. Illness records: no illness. Areas for improvement: his grades are getting better, but his behavior still worries me. He will either grow up to be a great man or a killer. Possibly both. That last sentence is kind of concerning. Anyway, I'm gonna have to cut this part here because it got way too long. 27 whole ass minutes. And we're still at the half of the list, so the next half is probably gonna be reading again. Anyway, I will see you out in the next part, I guess. I hope you enjoyed this shit, and yeah.